Happy Friday. Can you hear me well? Yes? Okay, great. So today we are going to talk a little bit about how to boost your shop's growth and strategies to integrate marketing and point of sales with Odoo. My name is Nicole, and I am a business analyst at Odoo. First things first, when we think about boosting sales growth, we actually have several different strategies we can use. It could be a very good unique selling proposition. It could be a good pricing, for instance. It can be good marketing. Now, think it through a little bit. Every single time we are talking about growth, we think about customer acquisition, right? Actually increasing your customer base. So I want to propose something a bit different. I want to talk to you about customer retention. And this is our topic today, and how Odoo can actually support customer retention with the integration between marketing and point of sales. Okay, so this is the Q&A. We're going to discuss a little bit more afterwards. Please put your questions there, and I will try to answer all of them. Now, why should we talk about customer retention? Well, first of all, retained customers, they are more profitable. They have a bigger customer lifetime value. What it means? It means that those customers, they will purchase higher products. So the price of the products they purchase is always higher. They will come more frequently to your shop, and they will give you more revenue. They are more loyal. They have a good word of mouth. They will tell everyone how they like your shop. And actually, this will bring brand ambassadors, and with the ambassadors, the new leads. Okay, that's quite good, I think. Huh? They are profitable, they are loyal, they are bringing new people. Great. What if I told you they are also cheaper, guys? Yes. Those customers, they are cheaper than acquisition, and it's 5 times cheaper. It means every time you retain a customer, you pay 5 times less to have this customer purchasing at your shop. And I think I know what you're thinking. Wow, right? Those are good news for a Friday. Yes. But how can we do it? Well, but how can we do it? So there are 3 pillars we should think about when we are talking about retention, and Odoo can support the 3 of them. In-store experience, you have seen amazing talks about it from my friends. We need to have a seamless in-store experience, excellent service that will actually generate a lot of memories. Then, you have loyalty and promotion programs. We need to give them something to come back, actually, some incentives to come back to the store. It can be a discount, it can be points, it can be anything. And last but not least, we have post-purchase communication, which is actually what I'm going to talk about today. And the idea here is that with our multiple marketing apps, you can communicate with the customer all the time. And this is what we should actually do. So this is what this talk is about. Now, I have a use case here. We'll talk about Toy Store. Toy Store is a shop. We sell toys, pretty much, for children of all ages, and also adults. And we segment our products by product category. We have several different categories of toys. Could be outdoor, could be board games. We have multiple categories. Also, so you know, when we work with segmentation, maybe for toys, I should think about the age of the child or the adult I am actually selling these toys to. So let's do it step by step. Let's think about how we are going to create this strategy. Step 1 is understanding your customer with Odoo data, and this is very important. Every single flow in Odoo, because Odoo is so integrated, will generate data. And from those flows, from everything you do inside the software, we are gathering data to understand better our customer, our business, and what is important for us to actually sell for them. Now, you can rely on Odoo dashboards, as I know you know that. But in point of sales, we have multiple information that can be very powerful for us in order to decide which kind of communication you're actually going to do. So in point of sales dashboards, you have the amount of orders a point of sales can have. You have the average order. You have an idea of how much you sell to each customer every time they come to your store. You can also see the customers that are the best, so the ones that are purchasing more, even the best products and the best categories. You can also rely on our point of sales reports. And from the reports, I can also gather important information. Here, for instance, in Toy Shop, I know that my most sold product categories is outdoor toys and board games. So this is my core business. And this is what I will want to communicate with my customers. Now, the second step is actually step X, because you repeat it every time. You will communicate with your customer every single time, multiple times, right? So this is what we are going to do today for Toy Shop. We are going to create campaigns for them so they can actually retain their customers through communication and those other two steps we just discussed. I will go to the database. Okay, here I am in my database. First of all, I will go to point of sales. Because as I told you, every single transaction is registering data. Every single transaction is telling you everything that is happening in your shop. So I'll go to my orders, and actually my point of sales order, we can actually group our orders by customer, which is quite cool. And today I want to see actually what Abigail did in my shop. So I can easily see that she went to the shop. She purchased 2 different products. Of course, I have set my data right. I know which product categories are related to this data. Now, from all the input I got in my dashboards, I will come to my marketing automation. And remember, we need to have a seamless in-store experience. And actually, with communication, the goal is to extend this experience to a nice communication after purchase. And I will send to Abigail and to everyone who purchases in my shop a thank you email. Simple one. Just after they purchase, we will say thank you for your visit. And that's something you can actually do with Odoo Marketing Automation. We can target our contacts, and every contact we will purchase in the store will receive this thanks email, right? So this is pretty simple. I will show you a little bit. It's a thank you. They just came to the store, okay? I have used Odoo building blocks to actually create my whole email template and everything, all the images I need to translate the experience they had in my shop. And I will actually offer a coupon for the next visit. Remember, they need to come back. I explained in my customer service that is really easy to return. If they have any problems in my shop, we will be by their side. I have there all my social media and the button to unsubscribe. OK, but this email actually goes to everyone. It's not very segmented, right? We're talking about marketing, and it's weird to talk about marketing without really talking about segmentation. So here what you have. With Odoo favorite filters, we can actually decide on which segmentation we are going to do. This is a strategic decision you will have to make after seeing your data, right? So first of all, for me, for Toy Shop, I decided to use the purchase date, the purchase categories. Remember, I split well my products, and the age recommendation. Now, from the favorite filters, it's actually quite easy for you to choose which model you're going to target. So here I am targeting actually my contacts. And the domain, we're going to target every single campaign we do, right? So for me, as I just told you, we have the date of this purchase. We have there actually the product category. So here, let's say I just want to play around. I will put outdoor. And I have the product template tags, which for me is the age recommendation. So this was a strategic decision I did to my business on what is actually important for me every time I send a communication to my customer. So this is how I split them. Now, after I have decided on that, and that's what is quite nice about our favorite filters, I can use the same structure and those same filters, the same domain in every other communication I do. So I will create another campaign. So I am still talking about Abigail, and we know that Abigail, she bought 2 different products, right? And actually, she bought a board game, right? Everyone who comes to my shop, you see here exactly the same filter I just showed you. So I am targeting my contacts. And from my contacts, I have when they actually purchase in my shop. And I will say, yes, everyone who purchased board games in one specific moment. And board games aged for 15 above is a person I want to talk with. I know what they need. I have in my shop the product, and I can actually communicate with them, right? So again, with marketing automation, we can cherish what Odoo does with the multiple touch points. I can have multiple new activities, and I can time those activities, and I can put them over time. I can have a sequence that will be triggered as soon as I start my campaign. So the first activity, actually, when I start my campaign, will be sending a product catalog to say what is new in board games. After some time, let's suppose my customer already saw my catalog, I will send a coupon. So after 15 days, I will send just a reminder, hey, please come to my shop. You have a coupon. You can buy products for a lower price. See here that all the filters remain in the same place, right? Now, what is also quite cool about the marketing automation and our campaigns is that you can have child activities. What are child activities? Every time we send an email, for instance, or any other activity, you can add a child, which is basically a consequence. So we have answered, not answered, clicked, not clicked, replied, not replied. What I chose for Toy Store is that if someone actually clicks in my email, and you see here a child activity, it means that this person might want to join actually my weekly meetings. And this is what I did. I created an SMS to invite them to join my weekly board game meetings. Every time you have a campaign, you will also be able to see all the reporting and all the details about everything that happened related to this campaign. Now, new activities can always be created over time. As I told you, you could have a new activity in 60 days, for instance. And it's quite easy to create. You will add a new activity. You give it a name. And you can choose between 3 different types: an email, and server action, or an SMS. Every time you choose something, you also have to say what exactly you are sending to someone, right? Then you set the trigger, and there you go. You have all your sequence of activities there. Now, let's imagine that now Abigail has received my thank you. She received 2 other emails. One is a catalog, one is a coupon. And actually, she got an invitation to come to my shop every week. Remember, we are retaining customers. What else can I do to Abigail? What else can I do to my persona? Well, actually, I can maybe anticipate some needs. And this I will do with email marketing. With email marketing, what you have is exactly the possibility of using, guess what? The same structure to segment your customers. Every time you have an email marketing, here is my toy newsletter. I can actually add the same recipient. So I have contacts there. I'm targeting to my contacts. And there, the exact same filters, because those are actually the importance to my business. I will choose the date of creation. I will choose, again, the product category. And I will choose to which age I want to send it. So here you see already I have my product category as outdoor product. So every time someone bought in my shop an outdoor toy, specifically for the dates I choose, this person will also be tagged in my campaign. Then, what is important for me here, I'm anticipating needs, right? So I know that someone bought, for instance, 2 years ago, let's say, let's go a little bit back in time. She bought a toy for children, well, babies from 0 to 1. Which means that probably in 2 years from now, this person might need different toys, right? Children, they grow. So we probably need a playground, maybe. And I will actually put a playground here because I know this is my most sold product in the store. And I will anticipate the need, and I will explain this family that they can go to the neighborhood playgrounds. I will create content specific for the segmentation I just decided, right? Now, every time you do it, you are assuming that you are sending a message that is important to your customer. And we should do it with several other applications. You also know you have Odoo social media, for instance, that you should be able to connect the content you send to your customers in this segmentation to the customers in social media. Now, in the last few minutes, actually what we have done, we have seen at least five different touch points we have with one single customer. To retain them over time, we need to communicate a lot. And Odoo integrated flows will gather all this data from the customers and from the purchase and from your business, from your shop itself, and provide you with insightful data to make informed decisions about the target and the content you need to add to your shop. And the best apps, of course, to boost and automate your customer retention. Thank you, guys. I'm ready for your questions, if you have.
Thank you, Nico, for this amazing presentation. Let's see if the audience has some questions. Okay, how to make sure we have good reports that give real insights is the first question in the pad.
Okay, that's a good one. So good reports, they come from good data acquisition. I think I told you before that actually I have set my products right. Okay, so what I will do, I will go back to my database and I will show you my products, right? So those are the products in my shop. And actually when I created those products, so the master data here is very important. I put all of them in the right product category, so I can afterwards come back and check every category that I have in my. I can group by every category, and I can know the data based on this category. And I use product tags actually to add the age of each toy. So the age recommendation is in the tags. Pretty much, if I can acquire data right, and if my master data is set, thinking about what I do next, I should have the right report to gather information.
Yeah. Okay, next question. How can I choose the criteria in email marketing?
The criteria is in the email marketing. Okay. So the choice itself, I think it's a business choice. You need to choose what is important for your business, what you know that is your core product or your core business itself. When you come to Odoo afterwards, if you have a decision and you know exactly what you are looking for, it's quite easy. So you come to the configuration, again, to the favorite filters, and you add this filter as a domain. You make your choice, your business choice. Odoo will support your strategy. So you will add here, for instance, I will create a new one, maybe. We can add a new rule. Okay, so I could say, for instance, that I want to target the same structure I had before, but in a different country. So I could say, for instance, I will put Brazil, just because I want to send, yeah. So I could say, yes, I am targeting this specific target, and I want to talk to contacts that are inside, well, that purchase in this specific date, in this specific product category, for this specific age recommendation, and in another country. So you can add as many as you want based on the decisions that you do for your business.
Okay, great. Are those the same activities as in the chatter? Is the question in the pad. I'm not sure what are those things. I'm not sure if you understand. So are those the same activities as in the chatter?
Not really. No. So in the chatter, you have activities actually to coordinate your daily life, to coordinate your daily work, to coordinate your flows. Here, when I talk about activities, I am actually referring to the marketing automation. Every activity will be, I will just open one for us. So every activity will be exactly the communication itself you're going to send to the customer, to what you are targeting. So it's quite different. Actually, it's the same name, but a complete different thing. Here, the activities, again, they can be an SMS, an email, or a server action.
Okay. A last question currently in the pad. What about GDPR when I target contacts?
Ha, that's a very good one as well. So essentially for GDPR, what we have is the unsubscribe button. So underneath every email, let me go back there, I will show you there. So when you go, for instance, to the thank you email, you have a button there that is unsubscribe. Okay, there is a small difference when you unsubscribe from targeting contacts and when you unsubscribe from a mailing list, for instance. Essentially, if I am targeting contacts, I send an email marketing to a contact itself, and he unsubscribe. This person is unsubscribing from everything. So they will not receive any mass mailing at all. If I send an email marketing to a mailing list instead of a contact, and there is an unsubscription, this person is unsubscribing from the mailing list. So what it means, I receive a newsletter and I'm not happy. What it means, sorry guys. I receive a newsletter, for instance, and I target my newsletter to the newsletter mailing list. If someone unsubscribes my mailing list, this person is unsubscribing from the mailing list, I can still send other emails from other mailing lists, and there you go. If you target contacts and there is an unsubscription, they are blocking us for everything. So that's the core difference there.
Okay, great. No more questions in the pad currently. There's still 3 minutes left, so if someone has something to ask, feel free. We will wait just a second.
Okay, guys, I hope I could convince you to work with Odoo flows to support your customer retention. Again, it's profitable and it's cheaper. It's just like Odoo, it's amazing. Thank you very much for being here, for supporting me. It's my first talk, so the people I had here was really important. And I hope you have a very good Odoo experience, the rest of it at least, and I see you next year.
Certainly not the last talk.
I hope not.